Hello, my crafty friends. The past few days I've been kind of like laying around, and I haven't really haven't been able to do much of nothing. This morning and last night I decided to take one of those dresses that I bought from my thrift store, and it was the one that really had me attracted was that one that looked like it was tea-dyed because of the coloring of it. It had a, that beige look, but it just had a tea-dyed look to it. And I started taking it apart, and what I did, I'm going to show you in just a minute, is it had like a lace border here. This is what it looks on the outer skirts. But then when you cut up to the top part above it, it's just like, it's like this on this side, on both sides. But I have a long strand like this. And what I do is I take my needle and thread and I just sew it up like, I'm going to do just a regular little flower. So I do the running stitch on this end here, not the lace edge, but this end here. And that way it gets buckled up like this. So once it gets buckled up, now after it's let me put my own bed there. After it gets buckled up, I take this corner here and I fold it like this. And then I start working my way like this, all the way around it. Take a little hot glue, glue it on, take some more, and just keep rolling it. But it will have more pleating to it. Mine, I'm just giving you, showing you like a quick tutorial. But yours will be already pleated, sewn and pleated where it's gathered. And then you just do just this way, and you just kind of shape your shape it the way you want it, where it will have that, and you just keep going round and round and round until you get to the very last end. I'm not really sure how many inches this was. I just used my own judgment. So, I just used my own judgment. I'm not even going to say how many inches. But this, when you get down to the end, it's going to have that rosy look, like that. So that's what you do with this flower here. And so this is kind of like a quick tutorial without me having to show you. Well, anyway, when you get done with it, now see, this is one that I did that's gathered. And after I see how it looks? Isn't that pretty? And what I did is, see, after I got it glued together on the opposite side, I put a little bit, a little scalloped 1-inch little thing there, to hold it in. But that's the first one. And then there's the second one. And they all come out almost the same, but they don't always. Each one is different. That's the one thing about flower making. When you make these flowers, every single one of them is going to be different. Just the way you handle the lace, and your hand. And see this one here. So that was the first one I did. I messed up on that one. And then there's this one here. And then the ones that didn't have the lace, this like lace edging like this, I just sewed them up, and these were just sewed up, doing a regular pleat, and then when it finally had enough curl where you could, there was enough lace to where it would curl around, finally, like here's one end and here's another end, and what you do is you put the ends together like this. I just hot glued it right there. So hot glued it together, and I put it on top of this. And the smaller the hole you have on this, the better off. Try not to get it too big where you have a gappy hole. Just do the pleat just enough where it closes it up and also closes that hole. And I had some latex flowers here, and I think this came from Kim 1963. I'm just about positive that's where I got them from. She sent me some flowers, and Louisa sent me some flowers. So it was either Louisa or Kim 1963 that sent these. But then look how they turn out. Aren't they beautiful? So this is what I did the past few days. Just kind of laid in bed with the pillow up and I can't lay but for so long, and so I'm just up and down. But when I do sit up, I try to do something to keep myself moving, because we don't want to. I don't want to end up in the hospital with a blood clot. That's all I need, especially in my lung. I've already had that problem and don't need it anymore. And I'm taking a blood thinner. They did put me back on the blood thinner. So, but I had to wait a few days before I could start back on that. But anyway, like I said, you just cut a strip about maybe an inch and a half. From I'd say this is about an inch and a half. So you cut a strip about an inch and a half, and you just these dresses. Oh my gosh, you can make tons of these flowers. So that's how I do. I bring them home and I dissect them, and then I cut them up, and I just keep cutting them up until I've made enough projects, or if I get tired of the fabric. I've had enough, use of it. I'll rewash the other fabric that's, been sitting around, and I will send it to a friend. So that's what I usually do. I try to share it. But these are how, let me see if I can get these looking right, because I've got to do something with these. And these are going on another project that I'm working on. I decided to do a big project while I'm sick, but with this big project, there's little projects that are going to be incorporated in it. So here it is. Here they are. And that's what they look like. My tea-dyed shabby chic flowers. And the funny thing about the tea-dyed, I didn't tea-dye them. It's just the color of the lace. Yep. So that dress that I found, it's a dress and a jacket. So there's like two things of it. So I was like, yes, yes, yes. I'd say there's probably about 3 yards of fabric on that and lace on that. So there's plenty there. There's going to be plenty there for me to play with. Well, I hope y'all have a very nice day. I will talk to you guys later. Love y'all, and bye-bye.